up in Spokane, you were always told, like, oh, you'll have to leave Spokane if you want to develop as an artistic person. But I think poetry has really helped build this narrative that Spokane is a place that you can be and can create great art there.
Mark Anderson is sort of the soul of poetry in Spokane.
He's about as big as it gets in this region and beyond.
He's always looking to expand his writing and get better in what he does. And that then inspires other people.
He's definitely been a big, huge role model, I think, for the rest of us poets, as far as what does it look like to be involved, how do we get involved, and definitely for me at least, somebody that I've admired as a poet himself.
Mark's poetry is introspective in an accessible way.
It's lyrical, it's confessional.
Mark's poems are generally Mark examining Mark's self.
You paused your ovation only for one single moment, swooping down, talons reaching out in this flightless moment it takes to devour me.
I think Mark's been so intentional, I think especially about inclusivity and also like accessibility of poetry education. He was one of the people that decided I get to host Broken Mic, and so now we have like, you know, a trans and queer host of a poetry thing in Spokane.
Fitz has become Spokane's dynamo of poetry.
Fitzpatrick, oh gosh, they're basically my poet father.
I've seen their poetic arc, somebody who kind of started like I did and now who's just really taken over and become a face for Spokane Poetry Slam.
Fitz has definitely impacted the Spokane poetry scene by bringing a huge variety of people into it, them being non-binary and being very open about that. And so it just makes a lot of people feel more comfortable being able to be themselves when they're reading their poetry at places.
I would describe Fitz's poetry as really enthusiastic, really strident and opinionated.
Fitz's poetry is dynamic, it's emotional, it knocks you out.
Because Fitz is so small and yet so big.
It's 1 p.m. on a Tuesday and I'm at the zoo. Unemployed and desperate, I press my face to the glass, becoming one with the puffins when I hear a low growl.
I mean, I think that Fitz has had a big impact already, but there's no telling, you know, how much of an impact they'll have.
I found the poetry scene, and it was so amazing here, and I've yet to find a scene that's as inclusive and artistically interesting as Spokane's poetry scene.